You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the club, we'll go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase. Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's some magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck. maybe we're meant to be a perfect melody, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. Oh, it's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Can't get enough.
That was not meant to happen. I was just, I had everything sorted out. And then it went to the wrong camera. Hold on. This is not the camera it's supposed to be on. Let me see if I can change this over. One moment, please. Camera. A. Camera A. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? As you can see, I'm actually getting ready to craft today. It's been a while. Let me just make sure everything is working fine. I actually, funny story, I actually spent some extra time last night trying to make sure it would go smooth. But let's just say I am wearing the right shirt. Everything is fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It is all good. As we count down to Christmas. Thank you, Mariah fan. Yes, absolutely. You have to order this kit because, like, it is going to be amazing. Well, it is amazing. Not going to be. It is amazing. Let me say hi to everybody in the comments. Also, I'm still drinking my coffee, so we're just gonna chill out today, okay? We're just gonna chill. Hello to Diana Gable, Angela, Sherelle, Kate, Bianca, Diane, Nikki, who else we got? Michael. Okay, Bianca, this does make me nervous. I hear that, like, people watch me on TVs and I'm like, oh, I am not ready for, like, that big. And VR is, like, next level. Hey, Mariah fan. Hey, Stacy, Michelle, who else? Mary, Julie, Heather. Finally made the start. My phone gave me a timely heads up. Yay for Heather's phone. Who else have we got in here? Hold on, we're talking about tea because who's spilling the tea? I don't drink sweet tea or sodas now, so I haven't tried it, but my husband loves it. Oh, hold on, it's the best way to drink tea in my opinion. There was obviously a great tea chat. I love me some tea. Oh, here we go. It's typically half lemonade and half sweet tea. Whoa. Sweet tea with, oh, here we go. It was right. Sweet tea. I may have to try that. That sounds amazing. Sami for the love of paper. Hi, Planet Peeps. Hey, beautiful you. Craft day. Yes, we're going to see how I go with the crafty. If I don't pull off, I need to take the pressure off feeling like I need to be the performing monkey and get the crafting done to a certain level. I know I tell you all that doesn't matter, but like having a shop, it always feels like so much pressure. So I said to myself, you know what, if I can't craft, if I can't produce a full card, like if my mind gets scrambled so much that it's not happening, I'm going to show you some really cool ideas that with how to use the sugar and spice a la Christmas stamp set, because there is so many ideas in this. I wanted to show them, or at least a bunch of them off. So yeah, that is my my thoughts for today. Because for the last, I don't know, bunches of lives, I feel like either A, I've been chasing my tail, or B, we've had so many releases or so many new things that I've had to show those, because let's face it, I'm not giving any secrets away here. I am not good at social media anymore. Ever since they required so much video, and so much effort, like social media is now a full-time job. Since that's happened, I haven't been great at sharing previews, since I struggled with burnout several times over. It has just been one thing after another. So I'm like, I've wanted to do more crafts and more planning and all that sort of stuff on these lives, but I have not had the chance. And then I was sitting down with Jamie and we're like, it's a live this week. She's like, no. And I'm like, I think it is. And we looked at the calendar and we're like, yeah, it is. And we're like, what are we going to do? And it's like, oh my gosh, are we at that point where I don't have something new to show because we showed it last week? Does that mean I can play? She's like, yeah. So gonna play today. It's definitely, I am a little nervous. So I'm hoping that you'll all just like chill out with me and just enjoy the process, because next year I want to do more of these and less of the look at what we got, because I'm hoping I can get on top of social media a little bit more, reduce the schedule a little bit, and not the social media schedule, but like just everything, and see how I go. So I was just grabbing some inks to use. And where did I put my pink? How do I not have my pink out? I was just grabbing some inks to use and all that sort of stuff that's behind me. I've set up a little bit for Christmas. I've got all my chapters set up. Can I just say, like, having this set up on my desk has just given me a whole new feel. Like, I didn't actually get the chance to jump into chapters except from a design point of view this year. So I'm going to be using it in the year coming up. Oh my gosh, floofies. So yeah, there has been that. Oh, Angela, I have been playing for a few hours now. I love that. What you playing? So yeah, I am. Oops, I can't put that there. Where can I put my drink? I can put it maybe here. Can I put it there? Have you heard of Creator's Friend? They're an Aussie company, and I think your fast brain would love their project notebook. I will have to have a look at them. No, I'm actually chatting with Bess at the moment. Bess is putting together a planner for me for next year, which I'm very excited about. I have tried to put one together for myself this year, but just every time I sit down, I have a million and one other things to do. And, you know, Bess is my girl. I got to promote her as much as I can. So, you know, as you know, we do collabs a lot together. So it makes absolute sense that I get to, and she also sells my stuff in her shop, which is amazing. And she's constantly promoting me there. So, you know, a huge shout out to Bess, from Lights Planner Action, in case you haven't checked her out, and it's lightsplaneraction.co. So yeah, I will check them out though. Thank you so much, Kate, for that. I'm feeling very jumpy at the moment, but that's okay. So a couple of small things that I just wanted to bring up before I really jump into it. The chapter, let's jump over into chapter 13, our latest chapter. So the story of us is chapter 13, and it's so cute. It's about two besties who grow up together. They have that time apart as you would have read about in chapter 2, because, you know, when you, after school, sometime, you know, life happens, and then they reconnect when they're a little bit older. So the chapter 13 is, I mean, if you're looking at it from the story point of view, it's very much the sort of different stages of growing up together and having a bestie that's there through it all. If you're not into the story side of chapters, it is a fantastic Valentine's, Galentine's, fun, fresh, amazing kit. Let me just, I wasn't going to bring up some of the stuff, but let me just show, I'm just trying to think what would be a really great, it is this one. It's a really great, just fun kit. This has actually had a couple of small tweaks and changes since this, because there was a few things that were still on there from chapter 12. But yeah, it's a really fun, I should probably update those previews. There are new previews on the website. The story of us, it's just a lot of fun. So check that out. The creative kit and the journaling card, the digital creative kit and the journaling cards are going to be available this week. We're putting the finishing touches on those, which is exciting. Check those out if you haven't already. Also on chapters, if you haven't been lately to the blog, the Chapters Journal, which I don't blame you because it has been a hot minute. There are, let me see if I can bring it up on screen. Every time I bring this up, it's, I should have organized it before. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on, let me go into preview mode. And is my internet gonna load? I know my internet's loading because I'm chatting to you all. Is my website gonna, what is going on with my website? Why is my website not loading? Did I spell it right? Planners and on. Yes, I did. Okay, so my internet out here can get really dodgy in really weird ways. Like, I won't be able to browse the web, but I'll be able to video chat, or I won't be able to video chat, but I can browse it. It's bizarre. Anyway, if you go over, what I was going to say was, if you go over to our blog, there we have done, I want to say I counted the other night, 26 new blog posts for the story. We do have to backdate a few of the Beautiful You blogs. So Jamie has been quite busy doing digital kits and things like that at the moment. So she will have those Beautiful Yous updated soon. And Beautiful Yous are huge. They are a lot, but they are so worth it. She does an amazing job on those. So they will be coming, but there's a whole bunch of story from chapter, I stopped at chapter 7, because then things got busy with Halloween, Christmas, all that sort of school holidays, which we're in school holidays again now, 2 months of. So I added in chapter 8, which is Follow the Sun, chapter 9, which is Coming Home, not all of chapter 10. Chapter 10, Enchanted Evenings, I've got one, which I'm holding back. I'm going to post it shortly. And then I've also started on chapter 11, Sweet Soiree. There's a couple of those bits and pieces. And keep in mind that with those blog posts, not only is there the story blog posts, I wish I could get this working. Not only is there these story blog posts, oh, it's come up, hold on. Let me see if I can show this off now. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hey, look at that. So not only do we have, so if we go over to blog and we click up at the chapters journal, don't know why that shows so weird. So we've got a whole bunch of new posts all the way down. So starting from about here, and it goes all the way up. And we've got the exclusive letters. We've got the journal entries. So just to give you a quick run through, the prompts, when you go on that, if you're a non-subscriber, you'll see if you're a subscriber or an unsubscriber, you'll see a letter from me. If you're a subscriber, you'll be able to then jump in and download extra, like the whole page worth of 31 prompts. There's the letter from Joy, so that's a subscriber exclusive, as you can see under there, and that has the downloadable on there as well, which you go through, and there's a whole bunch of, I think it's on the letter, there is a whole bunch of extra downloads within that's there too. And then there's these ones here, which is, oh no, I did post that other one that I was holding back. So I thought I was holding back 40, I've posted it. So these ones, which are Alex's journal entries, are very much the story of chapters, but the other posts are not really story-based. Like the journal prompts are, but they're for you to answer. And the thanks, Apple. And I was going to say, and sometimes the journal prompt entry in the post from me has like little bits and pieces about sort of what I was thinking when we were designing it, and sort of the thoughts that I wanted to come through in that chapter. Bandwidth issues. Internet is one of those ethereal works when it feels like situation. How does it turn off and on? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have. It is definitely one of those things. 2 months is a long break. Yeah, this is our summer holidays here in Australia. So it's Christmas, and so they have off from like mid to late November-ish, all the way through to like mid to late January-ish. And this year it ended up being a lot longer. And then they start a new year. So next year Indy starts high school. So she graduated year 6, which is like our primary school here. And so we had a lot on for that too. So it has been jam-packed the last few months, I'm sorry. And not sorry. Yeah, so look, let me jump in. There's just a couple more pieces I wanted to grab. So let me flip the camera. Actually, do I have anything else that I need to mention? I don't think so. I'm like, hold on. Did I have anything on Winter Avenue to say? I don't think I did. I think everything else is just running smoothly at the moment, which is fantastic. Except for my internet, which is great being a streamer. We actually updated this year to the super fast broadband, and it sucks. I've mentioned the printables, Jamie, that they're coming this week. Endings are bittersweet, especially primary school to high school. Yeah, it was. So they do a guard of honor, and all the girls get to run through, because Indy goes to a girls' school. And the whole primary school like has their arms up and they run through, and then they do this chant for the school. And I'm like, I'm not going to cry. And I caught the eye of one girl, and she's just like starting to tear up. And then I've looked at one of the other parents, and they're starting to tear up. I'm like, oh no, here we go. I had no hope. And I'm like trying to hold it in, and Indy's looked at me. She's like, here we go again. Cannot help myself. So yeah, January is the beginning of the school year. Yeah, so our school years here run January through to December. So it's literally the calendar year. I think, is it the USA is like September through August? I'm like, what's the month before September? So yeah, they definitely were happy tears. It was just, yeah. I mean, the great thing is that she stays in the same school, but they move from the primary section into the high school section. But yeah, it's definitely, my baby's growing up, and she's, my height. Oh, okay, September through June. Hold on. So what happens to, does it start September in the US? I'm like, wait, hold on. I feel like I've got something in my teeth. I'm like, hold on, June, July, August, September. Then you guys have like, September through June. So you guys have 2 to 3-ish months off. That's your summer. That's your big summer holidays. It's like spring break, right? Okay, let me flip over to the top down because other than actually, let me before I do this, hold on. August through May. Schools in the States are 9 months. Okay. I would struggle with that. I like the fact that it's calendar based. Our end of financial year really is June 30, which always screws me up because I'm like, oh, I wish it was calendar year, but then I'm like, no, I don't need more things due at the end of the year. Let me actually, before I jump over into crafting, because I just want to not think about the other stuff that I have to do on this live. And this is why I need to do a format change for next year so that I can do this. Let me jump over into show and tell. So, yeah, I thought let's do our show and tell, and that way I can show off what you've done with the kits and, you know, get a little bit of inspiration for what I need to do. For what I'm going to do, because I still have no idea. Because, yeah, this is where we show off what you've made and how amazing you are, before I'm going to absolutely screw it up myself. Okay, let's jump in. So show and tell. I did not need two of me. I needed this to pop up. Hey, there we go. 'Tis the season. So Monday the 9th. Wow, 9th. Okay, so first up we have a monthly layout by Bianca, using the great. This is some inspo for me. I've got some. Hold on, I need to like flip my camera. Using the Sugar and Spice, our Christmas kit. I love the monthly layout. Looking beautiful there. Next up we have is by Diana. We've got Diana, who has done a December journal title page, front page, cover page, using Sweet Soiree, chapter 11, Sweet Soiree. And it looks gorgeous. I love that you've made the strings on the balloons. Absolutely what we left it there for. Left it off. Next up we have, another one. Ruth has used the Sugar and Spice kit. I'm loving all these layouts using Sugar and Spice. They're looking beautiful. And I love that you've done an after the pen here. Thank you for that inspo. Next up is by Bianca. Bianca is back into the swing of things. Oh, and you've used the countdown stickers. They look so good. I love that corner of just like all the pretties on top. Using the Sugar and Spice Christmas kit, frosted and festive and fabulous. Absolutely. Next up, Bianca. So Bianca has like 5 or 6 planners that she uses on the go, which is, whoa, incredible. I can barely keep up with one. I love this. It's like a monthly summary page, weekly layout page, using Sugar and Spice as well. And I love that you've got that decorative border going on there and the little scene. Kate has done a really great yearly header title page for, I'm guessing it's for like one of the notebooks, the Bujo, using chapter 11, Sweet Soiree. And then we have Sherelle, who has used chapter 5, Showers and Flowers, weekly layout. And I love that the boxes are all just like sitting there across the middle. We've got the cute little birdies in between, and all the florals up and around the sides and the top. Next up is by Ruth. Ruth has done a Sugar and Spice layout. I love that you've used the side borders and the drop downs from the top. Yes. So one of the things when I'm designing is I'm like, I can put like the strings up, and if they just go up to a certain level, people can either cut them off or, have it hanging from the top of a box or a page. So I love when I see people slay. I love when I see people doing that, because a lot of the times I haven't had the chance to show it off or explain it how I've thought about it. Oh, turkey. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving roast by Laurie. Here I am minding my own business on a Sunday afternoon, making the show and tell, and now I'm hungry. That definitely threw me. Yummy. That reminds me of Sunday roast. Then we have a weekly layout by Bianca, and we've got the using the sugar and spice kit there too, which is gorgeous. Another weekly layout by Bianca, who has used sugar and spice. I'm loving all this inspo for sugar and spice. I needed all this inspo right now, so thank you. Oh, and now we're on to chapter 7, Hot Summer Nights, and one of our past kits, Showtime. Now these two, chapter 7 was influenced by Showtime. Shh, the show is starting. I love this layout, and I love the mix of the two. Escaping the heat, that's how we are feeling here in Brisbane right now. And this is adorable by Sharon. It's a planner set up for the season. I am loving the feels of this. I am loving that you've used the creative kit and I'm guessing the stickers as well. Like, it is just, I'm really loving this. Well done, Sharon. And then last but not least, we have from Angela, who has also used the sugar and spice kit for a gorgeous weekly layout. And we can see that little clip in there too. Thank you so much to everybody who shared. I want to see so many Christmas/New Year spreads in our kit. So we've got one more live for the year. One more live. And during that live, I want to show off just the chapter's journey. Like, I'm going to sort of just have a quick chat about like the summary of chapters and all the stuff that we've done this year. And I would love to have a whole bunch of goodies. Like, if you've got a flick through, that would be fantastic. I have to work out how to download the video and put that into here. I would love to see some flip throughs of the different stuff that you've used with our chapters range, especially, or any of our products really, but especially the chapters range, because this year was so different. We did I think it was like our 8th year of 8th year of business. Was it 8? 17 to 18, 18 to 19, 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22, 22 to 23, 23 to 24. 7th. We're coming up to our 8th year. Somewhere around there. And, you know, this year was definitely really different, but I'll talk more about that next year. Next live. Heather Joy, need to remember that Australia doesn't have Halloween, Thanksgiving, and lead up to Christmas. So we have far less complicated end of year journey, but we do have the end of school year from late November to early December. So we actually do Halloween. It's not as big in Australia as the US. And I know that there are a lot of Australians who are like, oh, we don't do Halloween here, or we shouldn't do Halloween because it's not our tradition. And I wrote this on a Facebook page who somebody went in there and said, we shouldn't do it here because we're not American. I want to challenge the thinking, and I'm bringing this up because one of the things I love about Halloween is that our whole neighborhood, and I know that we're very lucky to live in a neighborhood that does this, but they all come out. Well, not the whole neighborhood, but a lot of the neighborhood comes out. It's a time where we can get the kid, you know, I see so many posts, I wish the kids weren't on their devices and going out and playing, and this is what my kids, well, I try and get lucky out, but this is what we do on Halloween. We go out, we interact with the neighbors. It's such a wonderful time to do that. So, you know, just even if it's just for that, I love it. I love that kids, and we are such a more global world now than what we were. So, you know, the kids are seeing this online and experiencing it through TV and all that. So, you know, yeah, we do Halloween here, or at least we do. We do. Okay, I'm going to answer this before I jump into, because this is a really good question. Do you know what planner themes are for next year? So we were going to start postcards for after we did chapter 12. We decided to move it away from that, and we decided to do 2 prequel kits. So the Story of Us is the first chapter's prequel. And oh, Heather, I agree, but in Australia it's not the norm yet. Yeah, that's true. So that's why we need to challenge everybody's thinking on it. Make it the norm. Okay, so yeah, we decided to do 2 chapters prequel kits, and that way it takes away the start of postcards from early in the year, because a lot of people were saying with chapters, it was here for in January, but I wish I had it for the 1st of January. Chapters and all of our kits aren't date dependent. Chapters is meant to be done as like either individual separate kits that you just have fun with, like you normally do with any kit, or a journey. And that's why they're numbered 1 through 12/13, 14 now. But that's why we had their own numbering system, its own little thing. So, and we're finding a lot of people who are just finding out about us now are going back and backdating and grabbing as much of the chapters journey as is available. We have sold out of chapter 1 paper pack. So, whoa, that's amazing. Paper lover, paper pack. So we wanted to move postcards away from the start of it. Now, with postcards, it's not all just like travel. Okay? It's not that. What we're doing is, there's this overarching, like, you're going to get like a postcard every month. Not just a postcard. That'd be funny. No, it wouldn't. So you're going to get the postcard in your kit, but the best way I can explain it is, so for example, a lot of planner shops do say a kit that has shopping and Paris and the Eiffel Tower in it. That would be in the Paris kit. But there's also like gifts and all this other stuff, which is more just that you can use for planning, right? It doesn't have to be, I went to Paris, so therefore I'm doing Paris. I can get the Paris kit, or I've always wanted to go there, or I don't want to visit there, therefore I'm not buying it. Like, there is going to be something in there for we hope, most people. So there's that side of it, and we're currently in the process of laying all that out. And it's not necessarily like January isn't month 1, just like chapters wasn't, number 1 didn't mean January. One of the biggest reasons I subscribe to Planners and On is because they're not dated, and we will never date, because it just dates your stuff. So like, if you don't sell it that month, then you're stuck with physical stock that you can't sell because it's all dated. So none of our physical stuff is dated. Sometimes we'll do digital bits and pieces, like we used to do the dated inserts, but they were a digital print. But we won't do physical products that are dated because, firstly, my customer base, you all out there, are global. It's sweltering hot here in Brisbane. It is freezing cold for my friends in the States. Trying to match seasonally with dates for that is just a minefield. So you know what? And I know, because I do this too. I know a lot of my people hoard their kits. I'm not a hoarder. I'm not in this. So that's why we do that. So a lot of next year will be, if not the rest of after we finish the chapter 14, will be like postcards based. But as I said, that doesn't mean it's all travel. There's going to be so many sub themes inside, because the sub themes I think really work. We are going to bring it back to more like planning type stickers and things like that. There's still going to be, it's going to be a mix. Look, just wait and see. Stay tuned. Oh yes, we got down to 23 Fahrenheit, about minus 7. Just nope. So I can't handle when it's below 20. 20. Hello, my name's Heather, and I think I'm a hoarder. I feel like we're all feeling this way. Heather, you're in good company. Trust me, my people are hoarders. There's different. I need to jump into the playing section, but crafting and planning are like 3 different hobbies. There's purchasing it and then collecting them. There's the shopping. That's a hobby. There's the collecting of them and the completionist side. That's another one. And then there's the actual using of it. I would also say that like staring at it while it looks pretty is another one. So don't feel like you're on your own here. Also, the themes can be used when when your life's journey takes you to a certain place, time, or feeling. Exactly. So, you know, there is so much in our kits, and we really pride ourselves on doing things differently here. I have to have a backup. Bianca said I have to have a backup of a kit to start using it. I get that feels. I feel that too. I have 5 of each chapter and I still struggle using them because they look so pretty when they're perfect. There is the buy of the pretties and then a whole other hobby of using the pretties. Absolutely. Mariah fan. I'll take the cold over the insects large enough to be pets. Yeah, that's intense. That is fair. Sale time is also a great time to get backups. Yes, I believe our 50% off Black Friday deal is still on. Hashtag for my ADHD buddies. So now's a great time to shop. And if not, displaying the pretties. Yeah. Displaying the pretties. I believe the sale's still on. Okay. Anyway, let me jump over back into Christmas. So I'm super excited to dive in. Let's dive in. We got some snow falling. We got all the stuff happening. I got my snowman here. I need to grab a couple of other pieces of I just realized I forgot my baby wipes because I'm going to be doing some stamping and I forgot my plain stamp colors. So let me grab all those. I'm going to flip you over to my other camera so that I can grab all those bits and pieces. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Where's my demo? Here it is. Hey, look at that. I think I need to bring this this way just a touch. Oops. Nope. Let me. It's very hard to see the edges here. There we go. Okay. So just so that I can. Yep, I've got that. I've got my little helpers. I've got this. Let me go get some paper. Paper. And my main ink. Okay. And then I needed to grab. Where did I put it? Okay, just going to put a mat there to protect my desk. Okay, there we go. Just from all the oxides and the things. Okay. Let me bring these little cuties up here too. Okay, have I got everything? No, I need some wipes. These are dry. Let's give that a go. I think there's one more ink I just want to find. Where's my barely there? There it is. Hey Michael, if you're watching still, would you mind bringing me some toilet wipes, please. Okay, let's do this, hey? So, I got all my washi here too, and my little dude just like chilling out in there. So it's actually really funny. I've been trying to do my nails for the past few weeks, and I was like, I wanted to do them so that when I did this, I would have all pretty nails. So I didn't actually get to put them on, but here's my pretty nails, and they match, Anyway, anywho, I've got my stickers. I've got all my stickers here, so that I can go through those later. But let's start out with the stamps. Show off how these work. Thank you. Probably just 2.
Could you explain what all the extra bits that you've got are and what you
Oh,
need for?
okay. Yep, I can. Thank you.
I'll just leave the packet.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, all the extra bits. Okay, so we have, partially because I cannot remember which ink I need to use for oxides. So, got my stamps. I've got my stamping block, which these have seen better days. This one was my favorite because it had a grid on it, but it's slowly dying. I've got VersaFine. So VersaFine I find is my favorite. VersaFine is my favorite ink for getting a really cool, a really good impression of the stamp. So that's, I use Onyx Black. Is that going to focus? Are you going to focus for me? There we go. Why is my autofocus not on today? There we go. And then, let me move that up a little. Oh, sorry, dude. Here, let's have you hanging out up here. Maybe off to the side. You can go off to the side. And then I've got I really love Distress Oxides for colouring and just laying down bits of colour. They don't stamp particularly well with my stamps, but I use them more for colouring, especially on some watercolour paper, which I have some watercolour paper here. And I have a card base. And I just have some plain paper. One, because it's really good to stamp off on plain paper. And the other reason is... Oh, that doesn't have any water in it. And the other reason is because it... I can sort of do... Oh, I can do a test run. I want you to track that. Dear camera. Okay, dear camera. Get your stuff together. Okay, so, and then I also have this. This was what I was looking for before. So this is my Barely Beige stamp. And I do this if I want to sort of if I want to have a no line colouring. And that was a technique I learned from Christina Werner. And basically you stamp it down and you colour in the whole thing. So that way you're not having the big black outlines that you would with the VersaFine. Now, can somebody who's in the comments, because I know that I have a whole bunch of crafty people, I can never remember which one goes with oxides and which ones go with Copics. I think this one is the Copic one. I think Memento inks are the ones that go with the Copics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's the Copic one. Water-based, maybe it's not. And I think this one... Yeah, and this one's the one that goes with the watercolors. Yes. I need to put a label on them so that I remember. Yeah, if you want to learn colouring, Christina Werner is the GOAT. Oh, she absolutely is. So, she's the one who got me into this mess in the first place. I've done a few of her online card classes. She is absolutely insanely talented, and I've been following her for, I don't even, so many years. I can't even. As many years as I've been crafting, and she's been going. These are really dirty. There we go, clean that up. I mean, some of these are just ink stains, so they're not going to clean completely perfectly, but Okie dokie. The other thing that I do use if I'm sort of wanting a really good impression is a stamp positioner. The stamp positioners are, I use my favorite is this one by Tim Holtz, primarily because you can also put planner pages into it because it doesn't have a lip on all edges. And it also works for rubber and clear stamps. So this is my must. I'm like, which camera? This this is my must have. But I'm gonna do this. Oh, and I also need some post-it notes and some scissors. Post-it notes and scissors, and I'll explain those in a couple of seconds. Okay, I feel like I need to zoom this in a little bit more. Oops, that's out. Let's go in. Just so while I'm showing off the different stamp designs. Now, usually the first couple of impressions that you do generally, oh, do I need to move this way? There we go. Are generally not the greatest. You need to prime your stamps. And one of the ways I do that is with a eraser. I was going to say a rubber, and just sort of lightly go over the edges. And what this basically does is it gets rid of like the sort of the gunk that's on it from the production process. And this is the other reason why I always have like extra bits of piece of paper so that I can stamp on them first without ruining like my designs. Grab my wet wipe and just wipe all that off. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. Some people use an eraser, some people use like they do a light sanding block or a nail file or things like that. Manufacturing residue. Yeah, stamping platforms are a game changer when your eyesight... I need to move this up. I need to readjust all my cameras. When your eyesight... And also when you're like... Injection... I like that, Heather. Injection mold sludge. That's the most accurate, I think. Hi, Maria. You're not late. You're here just at the right time. So... I'm going to start off with, there is so much on here. Okay, let's go with, I'm going to show off, let's show off this dude. Let's go right in. Like if I'm gonna make a mistake, I'm gonna do it on the cool little dude. Okay. Is it just me? Or does anybody else like have mild panic attacks that they're going to like drop their ink pad all over their desk? Just me? Cool. Okay. So remember the first one may not be great, but we're going to do it. Give it a go anyway. Hey, that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. So we've got that one. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Okay, so what we can do, and the other part that I wanted to show, I actually think I need to stamp that after. I thought I had a smaller stamping block. This is why you need several people. Okay, can't find my smaller one, but I did find this for later. Oh, look at this one. This one's hardly ever been used. So I might actually peel him up. And put him on this block. Oops. Oh no, Heather. I dropped my cube. Why is this not focusing? Just give me a second. I'm going to see if I can lock this focus. Okay, let's see if that makes it better. Okay, so now with these stamps, there was a whole bunch of different ideas that I had with them. We're going to bring the little Santa hat out first. Stick that on there. Now I'm just going to show you, first I'm going to show you the way sort of how it lines up, and then I'm going to show you how to do it properly without all the background lines and things like that. So, and this is where a stamp positioner definitely helps. And not only that, but actually being able to sit over the top of your stamps, which I won't do. I definitely won't. No, I need to definitely change that. Oh, Lockie's up. Let me try manual focus, and we'll keep it down there. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so we've got, that's your stamp hat. We're just going to stamp that off, get rid of the excess ink. And I'm just going to put that over here for the moment. And then we have the little reindeer. Actually, you know what I should do? Yeah, we'll keep going with this. So we have the reindeer, and I'm just going to, sorry about this, just lean over for a second, just so I can see. And he sort of like goes over the top of that bit there. And then, I know it looks messy because they're like stamped over the top, but just you know, bear with me. There's method to the madness. This is just so I can sort of show really clearly how they all layer. So this little one goes over the top of that little spot there on him. That's his like little tuxedo / reindeer body. And then we've got, what else do we have? We have, oh, how could I forget? We've got the cute little faces. Let's give him a little, oh, there's a big smudge on that. Give him a little face. The only thing I hate about stamping is inky fingers. You know what, I used to always think like these are tiny, and they are. And then I started doing like the nail art stamping, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They are tiny, and they are definitely next level. Then we're going to get the little bow, and the bow can go in several different places. So we could have it like up here. There's the cute little one at the top, or we could have it down here. Right, there's a couple of different spots for it. And we're just going to get rid of that. We've got a couple of others, like I've got a whole bunch of like different faces on here. So let's just bring in one of the other faces. We'll put it on, let's put it on this one here. Boop. Oh, that's so cute. And we're just gonna stamp that off. Yeah, so if you do this and you sort of like stamp off onto the top of like a scrap piece of paper, you end up getting less like of the, you use less wipes and things like that, which is, you know, way better. Okay, and then, so there's one more face on there, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I put on there. These eyes. Let's bring this dude over. That last one reminds me of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That reminds me of Ghostbusters. Okay, and then we can bring over let's bring over the other face. So we've got that too. Boop. He's like, what? And this one can, you know, and the placement of the eyes sort of gives them, oops, I meant to do that the other way around. So like he could have been, I meant to do it this way, like where he's looking up. So that's kind of cool too. Okay, now what I wanted to show, cute little gingerbread people. Yeah, absolutely. Now what I wanted to show is, say for example, oh, okay, this one doesn't have a face and it's kind of weirding me out. So let's give it a face. There we go. He's looking over to the side. he, she's, they, all of the things. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I like masking stamps. So you can sort of have a play with it and see how you want it to line up. But then what we do, and this is not going to be perfect because I'm doing it, I can't get over the top of the designs and not get my head in the shot. But I'm going to show you on the Santa hat. Okay. So we're going to stamp the Santa hat down first, which seems sort of a little counterintuitive, but that's the way we're going to be. Sometimes it bees that way. Okay, then we're going to get a Post-it note. And we're going to stamp off onto a Post-it note. This one's a bit hard because it's got the gold foil, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, and then we're going to cut around. Oops, I have so much fluff on my sticky. These are my sticky scissors. And then we're just going to cut as best as we can. And as close as we can to the line. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I've done it on like the sticky part. So that way it will stick down for me. Actually, do I need, it doesn't matter about, no, it doesn't matter about cutting that side. The side that it mainly matters about cutting is that I should have left it a bit longer in the other spot. There. So what we're doing is we're basically creating a mask. Okay. And then I'm going to grab, I might grab this little cutie because he's not a full, and then we're going to, hold on, give me a second. I just need to, this is where the stamp positioner helps. So I'm going to give it like a bit on the side. I got it right. Okay. And then we're going to press down. Hopefully I did that right. Now, then once I lift up that piece of paper. Ah, I knew I'd get it off. I knew I'd get it on the wrong bit, but if I could say, this is where stamp positioner helps because you can sort of lay it all out correctly. But you can see now we don't have that line that goes through. It's just the Santa hat and the on top. So yeah, so that's the way I do those, and then which stamp positioner works best? I was saying I like, he's a little bit big to bring on camera all the time, but this is my Tim Holtz, the Tonic Studios stamp positioner. That's my favorite. I don't know if you can purchase that in the States anymore, but that's my favorite. Looks better than horrible. Thank you. So that is how I do all these sorts of things. The same with the bow, the same with the bow and the reindeer antler on the top. Let me just have a quick play with that too. Oops, that's the Santa hat. Let's bring the reindeer antler over. So we've got that. And also I press really hard. You don't need to press hard. It's a bad habit. Okay. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do a step. I almost. Bring this back over. Use my wipe again. Get all the ink off. Okay. The new Sizzix platform. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Who want to stamp in books? Yeah, that's the only thing I haven't seen. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen one that is like great for books. Okay, so the thing with fussy cutting, I'm not great at fussy cutting too. These are my sticky scissors, so I don't mind if they get all gunky. But if I'm fussy cutting paper, I actually have a pair of where are they? Here they are. These are the best. These are my favorite. These are from Fiskars or however you say it. But these are, they actually are better for my hands because they release automatically, and you can get really fine into the corners as well with that one. And then it's just, it really is just taking your time and not rushing. I'm just going to see where that goes over. So I really just need to cut it there on the end of that reindeer sort of ear. And I need to put that down on top. And I need to be able to line it up. So, boop. Yep, that looks lined up. So I'm going to put that over the top. And we're going to grab our little gingerbread man again. And sorry for going over the camera for a second. Okay, and then we're just going to stamp that over the top. Make sure it's a nice, good impression. Oh, I think I did better on that one. Let's see. You ready? Let's see. Whoops. Okay. Not whoops. I wanted to show. So one of the things I do is then I'll grab... Nope, they're the wrong ones. Out of my cart. Where are my microns? One moment, please. Where are my microns? Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Is that one? Yeah, there's one. Hey. Ah, here they are. Okay. Here's the thing with like crafting. There are so many different bits and pieces that you always forget something. So I usually like... so I have a couple of different pens that I sort of tend to use, and I just have to be like really careful with them because they've got the felt tip, and I've never been great at felt tip. That one's too thin. And I'll sort of see which one is the right thickness, and then I'll just connect that. There we go. And you never know, right? You never know. Who's going to know? Who's going to know? How would they know? How would they know? So that is my my little guy, and then I need to clean this off. Move him over, and I'm going to grab the little tuxedo button piece, and I'm going to try and line that up as best as I can. Hold on. And this one lines up with his little face. Kind of. So, there we go. So it's got his little... Now, if I have done this and it's really bugging me, like if this was my final, I would probably grab... And I don't know which one of these is watercolor, but that's okay for right now. I will probably grab and just like smooth out some of these lines or thicken some of them so that they match a little bit better, right? We'll just give him a little bit of a shadow on some bits, just so that it looks like he's got a bit of a beard. Right, just so that I'm sort of evening it out a little bit more. And then, yeah, then we give him a little face. We're going to make him happy because he's a little reindeer. He's a little bit happy. There we go. Look at him, isn't it? Cutie pie. So yeah, that's how I do my masking and those stamps where there's a whole bunch of like the little bits and pieces where you can play with them. Other stamps on this set, I really want to show you this one. This is the little sprinkles. And I'm going to do it in black so that it's easy for you to see. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, there's one. And if I'm remembering correctly, I made them so that they tile. There you go. And so what you could do is you could use in your planner, click, click. What you could do is you could grab your washi tape and place it like around the box. Actually, let's do it on this side. Right. Now I have to remember which way I had it. There we go. And you know, continue that pattern to the edge of the box. And whatever you do, I can't remember if I just did it, but try not to like press your washi tape down too strong. And then you just peel it up and you've got a really nice clean edge. So that's the other thing I do there. So there's a nice little pattern piece for you in these stamps. And then one of the other things, okay, now we're going on to something that I was also super excited. There was so much I wanted to put in this kit that I struggled for space. So we're going to go over into the lights now. And I need to put a few of these down. Where should I put the next one? Whoops, that was a bit heavy-handed. There we go. Okay, so we've got our little lights in there. And then what we can do is we can grab our little pen and loop them in. Right? And that creates a nice little border. How am I doing for ink? This is fun. It's fun. I feel like I'm not going to get the chance to do an actual project, but that's okay because there was so much to show in this. Next up, I actually also created the little light. Let me grab this. That's going to be too light. I need something that's not so light. Let me grab another one. Another ink pad. I don't know whether this is a good ink pad for this, but it's been a while since I've used it. But we're about to find out. So then we're just gonna boop. No, not the greatest ink pad for this, but that's okay. Oops. So these ones have the little light that goes in, or you can just grab your whatever marker and color that in. Really bad coloring. Also, why did I pick green? I'm not even a green fan. I just grabbed whatever I could. Whatever I could reach in my cart. So that's really easy to do. And you know what? I know that like doing stuff like this seems really nerve-wracking. But if I can do it on camera and I'm nervous, I'm sure you can do it at home and have a play with it. For the non-stampers, it would be instructive to see this. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've done one of these a little while ago. I've done Sorry, I was just reading a different comment. I've done one of these like a long time ago. It's just that to do sort of like a planner or like crafty live, it's there's a lot more stress on it for me, especially when I've got so much on. But I want to do more of them in the new year. So the next one I'm going to do is the candy cane. Oh, hold on. No, I'm still on. I forgot to do this one. Oh, and I get to show you the other type of masking. Okay, so this one we've got the outline. Running out of space. Okay, we got the outline, right? So that's the outline for that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab, we've got the filled in version. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Trying to think what ink would be better. Well, it was a black. So I have all sorts of different pens. So that one, I don't know. So this one says water and fade proof. So this is not going to focus because I turned it to manual focus. Let me see. It's a uni pin fine line pen. The other ones I have, this is Permanent Remote Circus. This is a Secura Micro Perm. You just got to make sure, depending on what you're colouring in your art with. I haven't used that one yet. Copic Multi-Liner is good if you're using Copics over the top. And there's one other style of pen, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. Oh, hold on. Is it over here? I'm in the process of reorganizing. Oh no, it is. That's the other micro pen. So the main thing that you want to look for is different widths as well. So depending on how thick you're doing the stamping, different widths for different applications. Ink. I think that's going to work. It's also going to show. Let's see if this one will work. Okay, so these little cubes are really cool for just like dabbing on the color as well. Also, I haven't primed these properly. I know I did it like really quick at the start. But yeah, I didn't spend as much time as I probably should have. Now, one thing I like about these cubes is you can sort of like just tap on a little bit and you can just tap onto the spot. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've only colored half of it. The other thing you can do is you can color in the whole lot with your ink and then get a clean wipe and then wipe off the excess. Okay, and then we're going to use that. Or the other thing you can do is also like what we were doing before, and you can cover. Some of these are a little bit easier to do it with because of the style of that. And then that's probably the safest way to do it, so that way you don't get smudge over the rest of your thing, or making sure that you're only actually coloring. Hey, this one was actually pretty decent. That way you're only actually coloring like one half of it. Just gonna wipe that off. You know, I love having a white desk, but it makes like playing with inks and nail polishes very, very scary. There you go. So, and then this one too, you can also, let me close that. You can also do the, and I'll grab the other one. What thickness? Yeah, this one's thicker. So we're gonna, I know that's not a great join, but that's okay. Okay, so, oops, if you buy the appropriate sticker pack papers, you can create your own stickers with the stamps. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this. Hold on. Okay, thanks. I have to fess up. So Donna has said, okay, thanks. I have to fess up. I've never used my kit stamps, but you have motivated me to incorporate them in my planner. So I actually come from more of a stamping background than a planning background. I do stamping. I do planning because I'm really kind of bad at looking at my planner. That's why I created all of this stuff, was a way to get me to look at my planner. So stamping was always like, I loved stamping. I for a very short amount of time was like a Stampin' Up demo. A very short amount of time. Hashtag hyperfocus. And yeah, hold on, I've showed that one. I need to move that over there. And one of the things I love about stamping is that once you get used to it, it actually means that you're not, there's certain things that you can get on stamps which are better as stamps than stickers because they don't fatten up your planner and you can reuse them, right? And that's one of the reasons why this year, can I do it down here? Yeah. We're doing the candy cane now. One of the reasons why this year, for all the chapters range, and let me just find a chapter stamp set. There's the icons, because icons are really great as stamps. And there's also like the headers. So Celebrate was one of the headers in this kit. And then in the, I think it was Q4, we had the basic headers as well. So that's, you know, it's something that's really versatile. Oops, I'll just wipe that off. Really versatile, and absolutely, if you're trying to save some cash, stamps are a great way. Even though there's a little bit of initial outlay because you've got to buy the block, you've got to buy the inks. But once you do that, it's actually quite a great way to save some cash. So these do line up. But again, if I'm using my stamp positioner, I would have lined that up even better. But because I'm not, I'm just going to like extend that out. Almost like giving it a bit of a shadow. Or a thicker border. Oops. Right. So there's some ways that you can really just, you know, if you've done the oopsie, if you did the oopsie and you can't stick a sticker over it because you want to put it down, you know, that's where you want that stamp, there are ways to salvage. They are the main bits. So this one here, and now I need my border one, don't I? Can I fit it on here? Yeah, I'm gonna need this. Okay, nope, I can use this one. Here we go. So now this one here, the idea of this here is, and this is going to show really light because I'm using my Barely Beige. Let's see how light. I don't even know if it's still, yeah. Okay, you can't even see it on the live. So this one here, I mean, you could do it in black. Let's be honest. You could do it in black. If I tilt that, can you just, it's called Barely Beige for a reason, because it's barely there. And the idea is then you can grab, then you can grab whatever marker or pen, or let's grab this, and you can actually go over the top of it, right? And color that in. You can also then, that gives you the freedom to go, okay, well, I want some different colors. I want that blue dot. I'm just picking from what I have just within easy reach. I want like a red dot, and I want the pink dot. You know, so it gives you those options of really just being able to play a little bit more over the top. Or you can color in and have that no line sort of color, because there's no black outline. These are not coloring pens. I really picked up the wrong pen to color in. Yeah. So as you can see, and then it looks like you've just drawn straight in your planner, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. They're calligraphy pens. They are really the wrong pen to do that with. Okay, and then, I mean, we have the bauble, which it could be icing rather than icicles. I mean, it is actually icing. Heather, thank you for that. So, what about Distress Oxide in the darker pink? Yes. I'm trying to think, do I have the darker pink? I might not. I can have a check, hold on. You know what? Let me pull out. Okay, I'm not going to do a full card because I'm a little bit tired. But let me just move this over because... Move. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Barely Beige. And I'm going to show you this on actual watercolor cardstock. And the other thing that I like to do, which I can't do right now because Lachlan's home, but if you use, I don't know if you can see, it's really fine. You can sort of see the outline, I think. Just see it. But you can emboss it with embossing powders and a heat gun. I can't use the heat gun while Lachlan's home. And then I'm going to grab... I'm going to see if I've got the pink that you were talking about. Oh, yeah, I do. Festive berries. Ooh, pickled raspberries. Why did I pick the lightest pink that I have? Why did I pick literally the lightest pink? Okay, let's go with pickled raspberries. And I'm going to be naughty and I'm going to use the bucket. This is the extra side of the... I'm just going to like smudge a bit of that on there. Smudge, smudge, pickled raspberry. I'm using pickled raspberry. Okay, and then I want to grab... Where did it go? I haven't used this in a while, so I don't know. Oh. That is too big. Let me see if I've got another one. Flying back. See my speaker. None of my pens have water in them. None of them have water in them. None of them. Hey, yes, would you mind putting some water in this, please?
Yes.
It should, there we go, twist. There you go.
Do it back up before I bring it in?
Yes, please. It doesn't need to be full. Okay, so once Michael comes back with that, I can sort of show, and I'm a bit shaky today, so yeah, water brushes always dry up in Australia. Well, it didn't, but I was a bit of the lazies the last time I used it, and I did not clean. Okay, I really want to see what the Distress Oxide ink looks like. Okay, well let me do a quick stamp of that then, just while we're waiting for that to come back, and I'll put on. Oh, that was quick. Thank you. I'll do. Where is it? I was looking at this one. Put that down there. We're making a mess, people. What did you do today? I made a mess. I made something for Christmas. What did you make? I made a mess. Okay, so this is not going to be a good impression, right? And this is where I would definitely use a stamp positioner to go over and over and over the same spot. So, because I'm slightly off every time, so it's going to look a little bit blah, but like it will work if I use a stamp positioner. Okay. Also, this color is amazing. I have a dress in the same color and it's so pretty. Okay. Ooh. Inky fingers. Let me close this up so that I don't get it all over me. Okay, now I'm going to grab some of this. I'm going to get it wet first. Just going to charge that. There we go. Bring out some of the water. Add some water on here. And I'm just going to like pull it around the edge. So I'm actually tracing. And if you want to see somebody who's actually really good at doing this, Christina Werner. And then I think I made it too wet. It's been a while. I made it too wet. It's gone off. Oh, I need a tissue. There we go. Tissue. Let's try the other one. That's why I stamped two, because it's been a while, people. So starting off with it dry. Oops. And I go on to the wet part of the... Right, we're just going to go around that edge. Am I on camera? Yep. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back. Right. And the joys of watercolor are that it's not perfect, right? And especially with spheres and things. And you can sort of start to see that that belly there is just giving the edges just a little bit more definition, which is one of the reasons why I love it. I'm going to add in a little bit more color. And this is why I get nervous about doing an actual project, because it's been so long and I haven't had the time to actually play to remember the techniques that I used to do. So, you know, I'm always, I mean, it's the Hot Mess show. You're used to seeing me screw up live on camera. But I thought the better thing today would be, you know, to see some of the ideas and how to use those stamps. Because every time I do a stamping, you know, I wouldn't say tutorial. Maybe it is. Tutorial walkthrough, run through. You know, everybody starts using their stamps a little bit more, and I cannot wait to see how people are using these stamps. So, yeah, so the thing about, we're just going to give it a little bit of a bit more depth on this side, add some more color in, and I realized that I put the shine up in that top corner, so it doesn't make sense that that's the darker side. Christina, if you're watching, please don't think that this is an example of my best work. I obviously need to watch more of your videos again. Because you taught me better than this. But you can see there how it's got the graduation and everything there too. Yeah, that's, okay, so Heather's brought up a really good point. Which is why I was surprised with this. So this is a very textured paper. It's actually a watercolor paper. So it is all about the quality of the paper, the quality of the inks. It does make a huge difference. And so this paper is from it's old, from Tim Holtz. It's a distress watercolor paper. And normally, I actually think normally I use the not so textured side. Which is why it threw me when the water started going a little bit unexpectedly. But yeah, this is a lot of fun to work with. So that's like the barely there stamping and how you can really create something that looks more like you've done it as opposed to creating it as a stamp. So yeah, there's some ideas. I'm just trying to think is there any other ideas that I haven't really gone through? Oh, yes, there's one. Now I'm going to do it on this, so it's going to like totally ruin the look even further, even though it's, you know, it's already gone. Let's, Which I probably should have done it in the other. I'm running out of room. Please tell me that we're all messy crafters and messy planners, because that would just feel very validating right now. So this bigger one that's inside the bauble is actually meant to, if you want to, put on the top of the bauble, because it's a much bigger stamp size. There we go. And it matches perfectly. So then what we could do is, because I did the barely there, I'm just going to trace over. Well, that bottom bit wasn't a trace over, but, and then you could go, oh, that is not a straight line. As you can tell, straight lines, not my forte. And bring that up. Where's my lid? My lid. My lid. Okay. So that matches that. Then we've got all the different icons, which I love. So the icons are cool in themselves, because who's to say that they're just icons? Like, this is one thing regarding, I feel like I need to bring out the other piece of paper, but I don't want to, because there's so many pretty things on this one. I've only drunk half of my coffee, people. Half of my coffee. What's the time? We're supposed to get a storm about now. Where's that storm? So with the icons, one of the things that you can do, keep in mind, because the icons are so fine, you're going to be really like, just restricted for inks. Lisa actually found a really good ink set. I'll have to, I think she posted it in the group. I don't think she's on the live today. Oh, good. Oh, I've got inky fingers. I need to bring up this comment. My desk always looks like a bomb went off. Thank you very much. I mean, hold on. Let me just, whoops, wrong way. It's messy, people. Focus for me. Focus, focus. That's not what I wanted you to do. Hold on. I'm just trying to get it to focus for me again. See, this is why I shouldn't touch things. There we go. Okay. So what you can do with the little icons, and this is the icons from any of the kits. You could create your own pattern with them, you know, and in whichever color that you want to do, and just sort of, you know, stamp them around and make your own background. I've never been good at this. I don't know if you all were watching the other week when I was like, I need boxes to work out where I'm going to go with everything, because I struggle with non-uniformity. Well, on some things anyway. In my designs, I like a structure definitely helps. Jamie's like, what? And also, yes, that's true. But you can make like your own cute little, very Christmassy patterns with the icons in this kit as well. And just sort of like, you know, just keep twisting and turning and leaving some space in between, and yeah. So that's another idea on non-conventional ways to use the stamping set. And I mean, as always, I can't wait to see what you come up with. And there's also, I love this one. How have I not used this one yet? You know, you can throw that in. It's the little ho ho ho, but with the heart. Or you could literally, hold on, let me see if I can do this one. You ready? So you go that, and then you stamp off, and then you stamp off. And it sort of fades out. And then you offset it slightly. 1, 2, 3. And then you keep doing so. On that, I've gone the second H and the heart. So I think it was there. Was that right? Yep. Ho, ho, ho. And then you just keep going until you get it where you get the pattern where you want. Like as far as you want. Like that would be a really cute little paper. Ho, ho. Ah! Ah! But you see where, oh, hold on. I can do the last one here. Ho. There we go. But you can see how that sort of would become a really cute background for a paper too. Yeah. So that's the stamps. That is all the, well, not all of the stamps. There's still more stamps. We've got the Have a Sweet Christmas. We've got the Oh Snap and some more of the icons and also the little gingerbread icon who's hiding up here because I like to fit in as much as I could. That is pretty much all of the, let me just jump back over to this. Woo! Hey, how rude of you. Go away. Hey, Mr. Gingerbread. I know you want to like hang out there, but it's my turn now. I got out of that relatively unscathed. I say before I drop everything on the floor. So that's, I know I didn't get to actually make anything, but that's okay because like we had a whole bunch of fun. Hopefully there's been some inspiration in there to get you all stamping and on how to use the stamp set, which looks like it's just a whole bunch of pieces. And you know, my recommendation is start off with the easy parts. Do the quote, do the Christmas lights. The Christmas lights are so much fun. I actually kind of don't want to get back to work now. I just want to go eat and then I just want to play with the Christmas lights because Christmas lights my thing. I love my Christmas lights. Yeah, so if you're beginning, start with the Christmas lights on there, layer that out. That'll work great in the planner as well. Oh, thank you. Yay. I'm getting some comments in. Thank you so much, Donna, who said that was very informative and has helped me no end. Love. Thank you, Bianca, for in the comments who has dropped some recommendations on pens, pencils, Copics, all that sort of stuff, and to Maria as well, who has also recommended all the different things. Heather has said I would probably go for archival inks. So thank you all so much. Oh, what brand was the Barely There ink? Sorry, it's really hard for me to keep up with the comments while I'm also trying to craft. It was a Simon Says stamp, Barely Beige. So this one, if you wear glasses, you're going to need it to see it because it really is barely there, but it is fantastic for no line stamping. Like it is my go-to. I'm surprised it still works. Actually, I've had these for maybe 10 years ish. At least 5 years, at least 7 years. So yeah, that is my go-to, as well as the Versa Fines are my other go-to. If you get the chance, and if you have a little bit of extra cash when you're setting up your stamping, get some embossing powders and the Versa, I want to say like Versa Glue, Versa Stick, Versa something like that. It's another ink pad. No, Versamark. And that helps, you place that down first and it looks like a clear. That's the other one that you can do with no line stamping. And do the, put the powders over that and heat set them. And it is like magic. It is so much fun to watch. And if you end up using instead of a clear, so you can get like clear embossing powders or you could get white. If you use the white, it makes this really nice, I can't remember what the term is now, but it's resist embossed. Oh, I'm remembering the things where that stays white and you got the color on the inside, which would look great for the lights too. There is literally so much in here. If you do create some stuff because you're inspired by this, please come into our group and share it. Also share it on Instagram. I want to see all your stuff on Instagram. We're setting ourselves up so that we can grab more of the Instagram stuff to show on our lives with the hashtag PA Show and Tell, because that hashtag means that we can share it. And yeah, it's a stamp positioner, especially if you're a little bit shaky like I am, is such a good investment. It's just the best investment that I have made for my stamping in a long time. A stamp jig is another thing, but I find this positioners are so much better. You will be surprised with ink pads. I have some that are nearly 30 years old and they have never been re-inked. Yeah, I'm shocked. Like, I've had some that need re-inking a lot, and others that they never say die. Thank you. This was so helpful. You're very welcome, Stacey. You're very, very welcome. And thank you, Maria, who said wonderful job. I am so, I have this kit on order. I'm itching to get my hands on it. Oh, that's the other thing. So I think Michael said that if you order the Christmas kit today, so the Sugar and Spice Christmas goodies, depending on where you are in the world, it should arrive at Christmas on Christmas. Now, we're not guaranteeing that because postal strikes and excess, like, there is so much going through the postal systems at this time of the year. But the other thing is too, one of the things I do, if something doesn't arrive, I'll print out a picture of what it is and I'll put it in an envelope and put that on the tree. Or if it's for yourself, then it's a great thing to do memory keeping with after. Yeah, I'm so glad. I know I didn't create a card, but I'm so glad I actually got to play and have some informative stuff in here. I hope you loved it. Thank you all much. Thank you all much. Thank you all very much for all your great comments. Thank you. This was a good live. It's refreshing to watch you use the product. I agree. This is something I've wanted to do for a while. Worth staying up past my bedtime. Stacey, are you able to add a page to the group that has a list of matching oxides? I'm slowly adding that to each of the kits. I don't have it as a single page. A big shout out to Bianca, who actually posts them all. Bianca has done an amazing job at doing the color matching. So a big shout out to Bianca for helping me out with that. Yeah, so big thank you. We average 10 days shipping to most places worldwide, and that's due to our centralized warehouse, but we're in holiday shipping timeframes right now. So the best estimate is plus 2 to 3 days above normal. So order as early as possible. Oh, Donna, my first live in about 9 months. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, Bianca has done a lot. Maybe we can make an album in the group. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I will update the spreadsheet and post it again. You rock, Bianca. Maybe we could put a link to the spreadsheet on the website or something like that. I'll contact you after the live anyway. Thank you all so much for joining in, for keeping me company, for making me feel like I could get through this, because now I am tired. Thank you to the Brisbane weather for not storming like you were supposed to. Thank you to my children for not using all of my internet. I actually even 3D printed some stuff yesterday so that I could put inside the gingerbread card. I want to do a shout out to Nakozen, who made these, who designed these, and they're up on Maker World. Because when I make a Christmas card, I will be putting these in to send out. I haven't in years. I'm hoping that I might get some time. Maybe I'll record that. But yeah, because if you do have, they're a really great thing to sort of chuck in and still keep flat for shipping. Yeah, anyway, thank you, as I was saying, to my kids for not hogging the internet while I was on the live. Thank you to the internet gods for not cancelling me halfway through. Thank you all so much. I will see you in 2 weeks' time. And you know what? Let's have a bit of a party together. Let's celebrate the year that was. It wasn't all great. But there was so much great in it. And so let's really focus in the 2 weeks on the cool stuff that we did. I can't wait to share it with you because it's right before Christmas. I think it's the 23rd or the 22nd, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, let's have a little bit of a celebration in that live. I'm looking forward to seeing you all then. Stay safe, look after yourselves, sending you lots of love. And yeah, Don't forget to post. Can't wait to see what you've done. Thanks, everyone. Bye.